Today, we're talking about the massive number of distortions out there in the spiritual space and what you can do to discern the truth and not fall prey to some of them. If you're like most of us, you may have noticed that there are some big discrepancies between some of what's being shared out there. Have you noticed that? Go ahead and let me know in comments. What are you really curious about because you heard a couple of things that contradicted each other? There's a few things going on here that I want to talk about. First of all, there absolutely are charlatans out there just making stuff up because it sells and they make money at it. The only way to know if someone is true in their guidance or not is to tap into your own inner wisdom. And you'll hear me talk about that a lot because the truth is in you. I ask my students to not believe what I teach, but to sit with it and allow that it may be true, to sit with it and make sure it resonates with them. It will, but when they know from the inside, when they have that inner knowing, they're more likely to go with it and take action on what they've just learned. So that applies to everything you hear, really, in any space. There's a lot of fake news, as they call it, out there, and you really need to trust your inner knowing before you just take something at face value and believe it to be true. So I would say 40% of what's out there as misinformation is from people who are just spinning lies to make money, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of truth. So then you step back and think, well, if these people are in integrity and sharing truth, what's the difference here? Why am I hearing different things? Number one, they may not be as connected as they believe they are, and their subconscious is stepping in and providing guidance that they're sharing. This happens more than you would think. So that could be going on. They're in integrity and believe it, but it's actually not coming through from divinity. Another thing that happens is people repeat or teach what they've been taught. And we know when things get handed down, whether it's word of mouth or through trainings, they are all interpreted through our own perspectives and paradigms, and they get filtered and distorted a little bit because we project our own beliefs onto it. So that's happening in probably 30% of the time. People are misinterpreting or they were taught wrong to begin with. They're in full integrity, but what they're sharing is not true. Again, you can go within to discern the difference. The last really juicy thing I want to talk about, and this is what you really want to pay attention to because you haven't heard this before, more than likely. Some of it is spiritual marketing. That's the word I was given to use. Basically, the channel is clear and in integrity, but their divine aspect or higher consciousness that's coming through them has autonomy and has decided that in order to get the truth out there, in order to share that golden nugget they really want the audience to hear, they will filter or distort the wrappings around that golden nugget so that it lands better. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, how can that be? Divinity would lie to us? It's not seen as a lie. It is marketing. You wrap it up nice with a bow on it in a way that will convince people to open that present up, because otherwise it's going to stay sitting there, not doing anybody any good. You may have noticed that people talk about things with different words. I'll give you the most widely known example of this I can think of. When you look at the major world religion, Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, when you really look at them, there is a golden nugget of truth that is the same with all of those religions. That's the truth we need to know and lean into. The reason they all sound and look a little different is because they came through that clear channel or prophet, that messenger of God. That wisdom came through at different times and in different cultures. And so it was wrapped in a package that would be received well or better at the time. Divinity wants nothing more than for us to receive the truth. And the package it's wrapped in doesn't matter. You need to look for those golden nuggets of truth. And again, that truth you will find with me. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video.